Novak Djokovic's future questioned as Boris Becker highlights physical struggles. Boris Becker has offered an honest assessment of Novak Djokovic's current position in the game following his US Open semi-final defeat to Carlos Alcaraz in straight sets. The German, who guided Djokovic as coach for years, noted that the 24-time major champion remains the third-best player in the world ahead of the closing stages of the season. Novak's run in 2025 earns a remarkable status considering his age and makes the rivals behind him wonder. However, the challenges ahead are clear and demanding as Djokovic's dominance at a Masters 1000 level is well documented and clear as his backhand down the line. However, Becker stressed that these tournaments no longer define his goals. Instead, all of Novak's focus is on chasing an elusive 25th major title, a feat that would extend his already unmatched legacy. Thus, it's a personal desire and goal, as he has nothing to prove anymore. The Serb's 25th major title looked like a done deal following his stellar ride in 2023. However, Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner have complicated that quest with a brilliant rise. The two youngsters have conquered all 8 major trophies since the start of 2024, beating Djokovic 5 times during that run. The veteran himself admitted that it is becoming increasingly difficult to physically match them, especially in the demanding best-of-5 format. For Becker, that honestly reflects where Djokovic stands in the twilight of his career, still elite, but no longer the unbeatable favorite. At 38, Novak remains among the world's best players and a consistent presence deep into major tour names still. He now faces the toughest battle of his career, finding the strength, physically and mentally, to climb the summit once more against hungry rivals born years after him. The fact that Novak is the third strongest player on the tour is very positive for him, and not so much for the others. However, Novak admitted following his US Open loss that he can no longer challenge Carlos and Jannik on the biggest stages. In addition, he does not know how long his major career will last. Why does he still compete? To win Rome, Monte Carlo, or Cincinnati for the 17th time, or to chase the 25th major crown? I think it's the latter, and he has now admitted that, given his age and the strength of the two young rivals in front, he can no longer realistically achieve that, Boris Becker said.